What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com, playpicks.com. I'm going to talk to you about Sunday night football between the Rams and the 49ers. Before we get going, hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section how you are going to bet this game. I know I'm wordy. I talk a lot about these games. I will try to get better at that. I will try to make these videos shorter. Sorry, I'm passionate about it. I want you to have all the information humanly possible. I'm working on it, all right? I'm working on it. Anyhow, here is the odds page over at the line. So you'll see, filming this Sunday morning, so a lot of the games, if you're watching this, have not gone on yet, but you'll see that like this is where we get all of our odds and things like that. Here is DraftKings, where we're sitting at 2.5 on this one, 51 total if you wanted the money line, 120 and 136 over on FanDuel. Same deal, 2.5, 51 if you want the money line, get a little bit worse odds over here. And then over on MGM, 2.5 as well, 50.5 as opposed to 51. So of course, if you're playing the over, you'd want to play it here at MGM. Money line 120 and 143. We'll just leave it on DraftKings for the time being as we get going here. Guys, big news for the 49ers really is that they're going to be getting Jimmy Garoppolo back, that he actually got a clean bill of health for this one. Quan Alexander is going to be out for the 49ers. And so is Dante Johnson. He is going to be out as well. Marcel Harris and Emmanuel Mosley are both questionable. So that's something we're going to monitor. But again, Garoppolo in, Quan Alexander out. On the Rams, on the offensive side of the ball, they have been really, really good so far. And I think that maybe some of these games flew a little under the radar, why people are sleeping on this Rams team, I think a little bit. But their pass blocking, spectacular, 8th overall in the league. Run blocking, 9th overall in the league. DVOA, their rush offense is number 1. Their pass offense is number 7. So you can see top 10 all over the place when it comes to third down conversion percentage, 5th overall. So they're moving the chains. Yards per play, 6.2 to back up their net yards per play, which is 1.3, which, by the way, is 1st overall in the league. Net yards per play for the 49ers is 0.5. On the 49ers offensive side of the ball, their rush offense has been great. DVOA 6th overall, so in the top 10 in the league. But really it comes down to their pass blocking and pass game has not been good. Pass blocking 19th, pass overall DVOA 25th. And I think a lot of that, of course, has to do with the fact that, one, Jimmy Garoppolo, him going down, having to go to the backups has been not good. And then even when Jimmy Garoppolo played last week, not great either. If we're talking about the pace of this game, could be one of the slower paced games of the week if these two teams continue to play like they played through the first 5 weeks. These teams have actually been fairly deliberate with how they've run these offenses here for the first couple of weeks. So when you see a total like 51 over here, like we've got over on DraftKings, you start to at least question. Of course, all these totals have been flying over and everything's been, every game has been 57 points or something like that. But that being said, these teams are two of the slower paced teams in the league. So something you can think about there. On the defensive side of the ball, Rams defense, you get at them with the run. It's really hard to pass on this team. Run defense, according to Pro Football Focus, 25th, according to DVOA, 24th. But then you go to the pass side of things, pass defense, DVOA, 3rd. Pass coverage grade, according to Pro Football Focus, is 4th. Their pass rush is 6th. So again, you get at this team on the ground, you don't get at this team through the air. On the 49ers side, defense has actually been fairly good. I think maybe it's flown a little bit under the radar as well because we talked about all these injuries on the offensive side, but the defense has actually been pretty good. Rush defense, 3rd overall Pro Football Focus. Pass defense, 10th overall Pro Football Focus. So coverage is actually 7th despite the fact that they've had so many injuries in the secondary. So the 49ers have been doing well. And both of these teams have actually been getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback as well, which is pretty good. 49ers, 36% of the time. Rams, 36% of the time. That is 2 of the highest percentages in the league. So every, 1 in every 3 times the quarterback drops back to pass, they're getting pressure on the quarterback, which is really, really good. So let's take a look at some of these player props real quick. And one of the ones for me that kind of stands out, and this is strictly kind of playing narrative street or something like that, is the under on Garoppolo. One, because we talked about the Rams pass defense has been so good. And 2, I think there's at least maybe a coin flip chance he doesn't complete this game. He got pulled last week because of the ankle injury. So it would be an under or nothing here for me on Garoppolo, and I might go under just anyway. On the rushing yard side of things, as we mentioned, the one way you get at this Rams team is to run the ball, and I think they're going to run a lot. I think they're going to run often. So if anything, it would be an over on Mostert, especially considering Wilson is questionable, so he's not even definitely going to go in this game as we sit right now. So it'd be an over or nothing on Mostert for the rushing yards there. And again, I think that only probably gets higher if we're talking Garoppolo having to come out of the game, right? I mean, if he has to come out for any sort of reason, I think that you're going to get more rushing yards for that. And then down here at the receiving props, where are we? Receptions. This is strictly kind of a gut call here, but I like the over on Kittle. Again, we're looking at kind of like a security blanket type situation for Jimmy Garoppolo. And then the other thing is, the other way that you really exploit this Rams defense is while the pass coverage against wide receivers has been excellent. We talked about how good this defense has been against the pass. The middle of the field, and specifically their coverage of linebackers, their coverage with their linebackers against tight ends has not been great. Actually been the opposite of great. So I expect Kittle to get targeted early and often in this one, and so I'm going over 5.5 receptions on George Kittle. As far as the game line goes, guys, listen, I'm all over the Rams, and especially under a field goal here. I know people seem to be flocking to the 49ers. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Here's Kyle Shanahan and what he said after he pulled Jimmy Garoppolo last week. He said, watching how we were playing as a whole and watching how he was playing, you can tell that he was affected by his ankle. I know he normally doesn't throw the ball that way, and I think he was struggling a little bit because of it. The way the game was going, I wasn't going to putting him in those positions knowing we were going to have to throw it a lot and have to come back. I think it hurt him from being at his best. This was 1 week ago. 1 week ago is what they said, what Kyle Shanahan said about Jimmy Garoppolo. The Rams defense is one of the, allowing, we mentioned, pressure on some of the highest amount of dropbacks there is. They're also allowing the fewest yards per dropback in the league so far this year. And so with that, again, you can get the 2.5 at any of the books right now. And you can actually get the 2.5 right here for reduced juice over here at FanDuel. So I'm going to be on the Rams. 49ers can prove it to me, but if you're going to give me a banged up quarterback against Aaron Donald and this pass coverage that has been really, really, really good so far, if you can run it down their throats enough and play keep away and keep the ball away from them, then by all means, go right ahead. But I think the Rams have what it takes on the defensive side of the ball to neutralize what they're going to do through the air and at least stop them a time or two in the run game. And I think the offensive edge is clear here for the Rams over the 49ers. And again, Jimmy Garoppolo being banged up, having an ankle injury, doesn't give me any kind of confidence in the 49ers. I don't know where all of this confidence seems to be coming from. So I'm going to be on the Rams, and under a field goal seems really good to me. Guys, as always, if you sit here over at the lines, just click on the lines and you can see we have written breakdowns of basically every single thing that's going on in the sports world. So be sure and take advantage of that. And of course, if you live in any of the states right here that are allowing legalized betting, go ahead, click on this. Be sure and take advantage of all of the sportsbook offers we have as well, because you can see risk-free bets, free money, all kinds of stuff like that. So definitely do that. Give us a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel and supporting everything we do. Everything's free. So, and let me know how you're going to play this game. Am I wrong here? Am I completely off base to think that this is just like the Rams game here? Why? What am I missing? What is the what's the big thing here for the 49ers that I'm not getting to? So let me know in the comments for sure. Give me a thumbs up as well. Appreciate everything. Good luck on all your bets.